What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only gamer, and today we're gonna be talking about the PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox Series X and S. And if you like videos like this, don't forget to hit that like, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, elbow drop that subscribe button. Let's start this whole thing, baby. What's up, everybody, once again with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about the PlayStation 5 versus the Xbox Series X and also the S. And I have to tell you guys, yesterday's presentation, in my opinion, it was kind of like so. They didn't show anything that actually blow my mind or anything, like most of the games they show we already knew about it, so maybe that's why a lot of people are kind of like disappointed. But I didn't expect that. I didn't, I wasn't expecting anything like crazy. I knew that this whole presentation was because they wanted to show us the price and the release date. That was this presentation. What was this presentation about? So that we actually got to see more gameplay of some other games that already shown, that's actually pretty cool. And pretty much every game that they show is a AAA game, so the presentation was just quality in my opinion, but it wasn't anything crazy that we didn't knew about. The only thing was like when they start this whole thing with Final Fantasy 16, and we haven't seen this game before until this presentation, but we already knew kind of like about it because there were so many leaks, so much people talking about it, that we kind of like already knew about it. So they start with Final Fantasy 16, and they show some gameplay, which is cool. And I have to tell you guys, I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasies, so I cannot tell you guys, ooh, I'm super excited for this game. But there's a lot of fans that has, the Final Fantasy have. So I know a lot of people are actually excited for this game. Then they jump into Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I have to tell you guys, man, this game looks awesome. The game looks amazing. They show some gameplay, and graphics looks great. So this game is just gonna be awesome. And these exclusive PlayStation games that you cannot play on the Xbox Series X, and that's why when it comes to when you compare one to the other one, at the end it's all about the games, guys. What games can you play that you cannot play in the other one? And because at the end, that's when you can compare one to the other one, because there's not really that much of a difference. Yeah, the Xbox Series X got more teraflops or whatever you want to put it, but it doesn't really matter because most of the games are gonna be running in 4K 60 or either even maybe less than 4K, and in higher frames maybe even less, because look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like I said before, the games is gonna be running at 4K, but it's gonna be 30 frames, so it's gonna be kind of like, like frame rate over graphics, and that's it. And I'm not gonna see anything crazy. At least at the beginning, we're not gonna see anything super crazy. Then they show, then after that they show the game of Harry Potter, Hogwarts something. And I have to tell you guys, like again, like I own all the Harry Potter game. I mean, not the games, the movies and all that. But I'm not a super crazy fan. But again, this is a game, a franchise that has a lot of fans. There's a lot of people that are fans of Harry Potter. So, like when you think about it, the PlayStation If you want to buy a PlayStation, you can go and buy the one without a disc drive, the old digital, and it's gonna cost you $100 cheaper than the Xbox. And I know what a lot of you maybe Xbox fans are gonna say, that okay, but why are you comparing it to the Xbox Series X? Why you don't compare it to the old digital? And I'm gonna tell you guys, because you can't compare it in a way, because the PlayStation 5 all digital is gonna be a complete PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? It's the only thing that you're missing out is on a disc drive. Everything else is just a PlayStation 5. So in my opinion, I think the best deal that you're gonna get is buying a PlayStation 5 all digital. That's my opinion when it comes to prices and which one I think is better. But at the end, it's up to you. You like, where are your friends playing on? Is it on the PlayStation? Is it on the Xbox? Do you like exclusive games like Spider-Man, like Dark Souls? Like God of War, that we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. So like at the end, in my opinion, you're not gonna be able to play more games on the PlayStation 5 than the Xbox Series X or even the S. Because at launch, what are you actually gonna be playing? There's nothing that actually matters. The only game that and I said it before, that matter at launch is delay. You know what I mean? So I don't see, it's really hard for me to, like, if you're gonna compare one to the other one, like, to tell you go buy a Xbox, unless you never really own an Xbox and you actually kind of like curious about Halo, or maybe backwards compatibility. That's another thing that the PlayStation is actually kind of like lacking in a way. But you're gonna be able to play a lot of your PlayStation 4 games anyway. And a lot of people don't even go and take out their PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1 to play. Yeah, a lot of other people maybe, but the majority, the most, most of the people, like, don't do that much. Even myself, I own all those consoles. I own the PlayStation 2. They're all in a box. Sometimes I feel nostalgia and I open the box, take it out and play a game or two, then put it back in the box in the end. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, if I my current gen console will play a lot of those games, maybe I play them more often. So and no matter what, it's still kind of cool that the Xbox does that. I wish the PlayStation, that they do it too, but maybe later on in the future, we'll see. Maybe they'll use PlayStation Now to be able to just stream the games, like they're doing basically right now. A lot of people don't talk about that, but you can play, and not only that, you can play a lot of PlayStation 2 games. All the PlayStation 2 games, you can download them into the hard drive, so you don't need to stream those games. It's only the PlayStation 3 that always been a little bit hard. Anyway, guys, so then they show Call of Duty, and again, like, I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty, but I had to admit that this Call of Duty kind of like got me interested. Like, I saw like the graphic, the gameplay, and kind of like the scenario that was showing. Like when you're in a car, and then they show like the little the little car remote control. And he was like going under. That was kind of cool. They show a lot of stuff there, and the gameplay looks like it's fun. And then they went and show, I'm not even gonna go in order, to be honest, but they show Deathloop, which already seen before. So a lot of the games they show is things that we already seen. So that's maybe why some people might be like, oh, it wasn't that good. And I'm not gonna like over here be super like, oh yeah, it was a great, like, the best representation ever, blah blah blah. But it wasn't a bad presentation. It was pretty good, in my opinion. It was good. Like, they started strong, Final Fantasy 16, then Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is great. They show gameplay of both of those first two games they shown. Then we got to see Harry Potter. So like. And it actually looks pretty like it's a fun game. Like, when you really think about it, and you put everything, like, just think, the Xbox, if you want the complete, like, all the power and everything, the all the bells and whistles, whatever that you call it, you know, like, you have to pay $500. The PlayStation, you have the choice. If you don't want a disc drive because you know what, it's time to go digital, like if you have a disc, it might get scratched, then it doesn't work. Maybe you have kids and they grab it and they lose it, or they break it by mistake, an accident happen, anything, if you know, like, it can happen. So if you buy the all digital, you save $100, you know, and not only that you save $100, you save and maybe a lot of aggravation of game being scratched or whatever. And I'm telling you guys, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the Xbox. I play on my Xbox pretty much every day, if not even more than my PlayStation. But I have to tell you guys that the PlayStation 5, in my opinion, is a better deal, because it's not only gonna be $100 cheaper. If you go with all digital edition, you're gonna be able to play more games, and everything's gonna be nice, like, you're gonna be having enough power in this console, and not only the SSD that this thing has is a complete beast. You know, games are gonna be, loading screen are gonna be faster than any console and even PCs at the moment. You know, like, I have to tell you guys, in my opinion, I think the PlayStation 5 is a better console. But what you guys think? You guys think this presentation was kind of like, whatever? You guys are gonna buy a Xbox Series X just because you say, oh, it's the same price, so might as well go with the most powerful console. Maybe you don't care about exclusives, you know? Or are you gonna go all super low budget and just maybe you don't care about having like all these teraflops and all the crazy graphics or whatever, in 1440p 60 frames 120 frames are just enough for you, so you save a lot of money and just spending $300. Just think about it. I think either which way, in my opinion, you don't lose anything in buying any of these two consoles. And they also show, then they show some Fortnite, but like we already knew that Fortnite was gonna be in next gen. They also show Resident Evil. They didn't, but it was more like a cinematic trailer, you know, and like it was. And Dark Souls, we already knew about Dark Souls, and they show some gameplay though. But you know, I've never been a Dark Souls fan, so, but I know a lot of people are, so it was a good presentation at the end. And then at the end they show a little bit of God of War, but it was just a logo, so it was kind of like whatever, you know. So it wasn't nothing crazy excited, but you know, a lot of people are looking for this game, so even though they only show a logo, it makes people happy to know, like, oh, it's real. They're actually, like, even though we kind of like knew pretty much 100% that we're making another God of War. So, you know, like, I think either which way, like, any console that you get is still gonna be great. So don't worry about it. Just think about which one you actually, if you don't have too much money and you don't care about, like I said, about graphics, then go with the all digital of the Xbox Series S. And if you want the complete PlayStation 5 experience and you don't care about this drive and you know, downloading the games and all digital, that's fine. You still save $100, you know, compare if you want to buy a Xbox, or you were like thinking which one to get, you know. And if you like don't care about exclusives and you play pretty much third-party games and you want the best experience and the best frame rates and the best quality in graphics and all that, then I will tell you, just get a Xbox Series X. So I think that's my opinion, and what you guys think. So I think that's it, guys, for this video. What you guys think about this presentation? You think the $500 price comparing to the Xbox Series X makes kind of like no sense, and it makes more sense to go all digital in a way. What you guys think? You're gonna go low budget? Maybe you don't have that much money. Are you gonna buy a Series S? You know, which, man, I was looking at it and I didn't like the form factor, but I was just looking at Louis from Unbox Therapy, and man, that thing is like this small. Like, it's like half of the Xbox One. And that's very impressive, because no matter what, this console has 4 teraflops, and just packing a little tiny, you know, like, space. It's like, it's kind of like impressive to me. So what you guys think? Just let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And don't forget, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, elbow drop that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you guys on the next video. Later.